Hello beautiful and lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Hope we are all having a lovely weekend. Well, in today's video I'm here to create an awareness about people who intend to use the automatic recognition when they are registering for the UK NMC license. Well, we all know that automatic recognition applies to people who trained in Europe. You can't be exempted from taking the CBT and the OSCE. But then what people don't know is that it's not a permanent decision. This whole process comes to an end in December 2022. By January 1st, 2023, it's going to be reviewed. So it's a dicey situation. It's 50-50. We do not know whether the UK is going to maintain its stance or change the requirements. Because if you go to the NMC UK's website, it says that new regulations passed by the UK government following the UK's departure from the EU allow for certain EU general nursing and midwifery qualifications to be recognized up until the end of 2022. So that means that by the end of 2022, it might no longer be in place that if you schooled in Europe, you are exempted automatically. There's a possibility that you might be asked to write the CBT and the OSCE. I'm sensitizing people because most people I know in Cyprus, because I schooled in Cyprus, are done with nursing school and they have still not attempted the process because they think it's a permanent thing. Maybe I'm waiting for my IELTS before I can join the register. My dear, I would advise that you start the process now, because the English proficiency, which is the OET and the IELTS, is not the first thing they are going to ask you. Start the process now and make sure that you are exempted from the CBT and the OSCE. Once you have done that, you can now focus on getting your English proficiency, which would be IELTS or the OET. Because aside the NMC's page 2, if you go to the UK government's guidance website, it says that the legislation places a duty on the Secretary of State for Health and Social Care to carry out a statutory review of the provisions for near automatic recognition 2 years after 1st January 2021. This review will commence after 1st January 2023. The regulator will communicate information on any changes to processes resulting from this review. As I said, so in January 2023, they are going to hold a meeting as to whether they should still allow European nurses and midwives, people who are trained in Europe, to still join their register without taking the test of competence, or they should not. So we don't know what is going to be the outcome of the meeting. There's a possibility they might say that once you didn't school in the United Kingdom, you should go for the test of competence. So my dear, to be on a much more safer side, I would advise that if you are done with nursing school or midwifery school and you fall in this category, you schooled in Europe, the country you trained in falls in this category, start the registration process now. If you are interested in working in the UK, start the process now. Make sure that these two tests, the CBT and the OSCE, has been exempted for you before the year ends, because this is not a permanent thing. It's going to be there till the 31st of December. In January, there will be a review. We don't know the outcome, whether it will be a good one or a bad one. So please, if you are done with school or you are working, you have a license already, and you are still interested in becoming a UK RN, please start the process now. So saying that time and tide waits for no man. You might think, okay, I want to wait till I get all my documents before I commence the whole NMC process. But as I said earlier on, if you are still interested, if you want to write CBT and OSCE, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to be exempted from it, as I'm saying, it is not a permanent process. It might come to an end in December. So if you are still interested in going through that way, you need to start now. We are in October. Yeah, there's November to the end of December. There's still time for you to go through this whole process before finally a decision is made. But anytime they bring any decision concerning this, if it's been maintained or it has been changed, I will come back here to give you an update. So let's be hopeful that in January 2023 they might still maintain this, so that our junior colleagues who are still in school, who are interested in this, can still use this path to migrate here, because we all know that the CBT and OSCE is no joke. Anybody who has written it can attest to it, that especially the OSCE, it's no joke. So if you are lucky to be exempted from it, I think it's good news. So as I said, let's all be hopeful and pray that we get good news from the beginning of next year. All right, my darlings, don't forget to subscribe. If this is your first time here, my name is Jane. I'm a UK registered nurse. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that anytime I upload a new video, you can get notified. All right, my dears, have a lovely weekend. See you next time. Bye-bye.